friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sandra and this is another Project Life video. So basically I am just laying out my cards. Normally I do my pictures first and then figure out where my cards are going to go, but for some reason it's like opposite day, so whatever. And I basically just printed out all my photos and kind of played with where I wanted to put them, and then I pretty much stuck with where I wanted to have them, so that doesn't normally happen. So I was pretty happy about that, other than a few changes of course. And of course, I'm going to be using the embellishment kit from Creative Retreat for this video, so I will leave the links for that in the description box, as well as any products that you see in my video. I usually do try to link them if they're available online. So I decided to use this pink frame just because I thought it looked cute, and it was just time, because you guys know I do have a butt ton of frames, so I was like, it's your time, frame. Goodbye, my friend. I was really happy about using it, and it was like the perfect pale shade of pink. So I decided to use that, and then I'm just adding some of my Tombow Mono Multi Glue because it's like the best glue in the world. And since it has that little fine tip, I don't have to worry about, any of it like splurting out, which is something that would happen to me because I'm accident prone. And that little today is the day is from the kit this month, and I just thought it was perfect for this layout. And then I had that little piece of vellum that I die cut from a circle, and I cut it in half, so I wanted to add that so I could start making a little like somewhat of a little cluster right there. And then I was just going to add some foam tape to the today is the day, because you guys know that foam tape gives me life. It's like one of the main things that I use a lot of things on my Project Life over and over again, but foam tape has always been like from day one, even before I knew what I was doing, I was like, I need me some foam tape. So I added that right there, and I really liked the way that it looked. And then I decided I needed to just add some more to this card, so I decided to kind of add another little cluster of layers on the other side. I used the other half of that vellum circle, and I'm using my tape runner just to glue that down, because this tape runner works really well with vellum and it doesn't really show through in my opinion. So I like the way that it looks, and I will also have a link to that in the description box too, because it's like honestly one of the best tape runners I've ever owned. And that little 1-inch circle I just die cut out of like one of the extra 3x4 cards I had in my stash, and then I just added some more foam tape to that as well, because I wanted to add like a little bit of a cluster going on there, but on the simpler side. And then I had a little felt heart that I also die cut ahead of time, just because I like to have them ready to go in case I want to use them on stuff. So, but I usually always put whatever I use to die cut and the things that I use in general in the description box in case you guys want to do something similar. So basically, now I'm just adding some enamel dots. These enamel dots also come in the Creative Retreat kit this month, and they're like a really pretty green. It's like 2 shades of green with like a shade of mustard. So I really decided to use the little like lighter version of the green because that was like my favorite, and I thought it went really well. And then I had this, I was trying to use the pack of enamel dots that's just sitting on my desk forever, when you're trying to finish a pack out. And then I had this washi tape, which was from Joann's, which was from like their dollar section or $1.50 section. And it's just like gold and white, and it's like a chevron stripe, and it's just super duper pretty. So I love it, and I thought it went perfectly there. So that card is basically done, and I really like that the way it came out. It's like it has stuff going on without being too much, so I really love that about it. And then I have this other card which I actually printed in black and white because I wanted it to kind of just be more toned down. Sometimes when I feel like a lot is going on in the layout, printing it a picture in black and white kind of just brings a little bit more simplicity to the layout, which I like. And then I had these clear Mambi stickers that I knew I wanted to use one on this photo just to add a little something more to the photo. Mind you, this photo is so pretty in color. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it. But I just thought for this specific layout there was just too much color going on for it, so I figured I needed to tone it down. And then that little heart geo tag is also from a set of alphas that you get from the Creative Retreat kit this month that is from Pink Paisley, and it's just a really pretty alpha color, and I thought it would be perfect just to add that. And then for this card, I'm just adding one of the labels that comes in this month's kit. And one of the things I love about the bits you get in this month's kit is just, when you have kits that have coordinating embellishments, it kind of makes it a lot easier to make your pages all go together without having to think about it as much. And I'm sure it's the same thing whether you get this kit or other ones that are made out there, but I really love the way that they make their kits in that sense, where you just get all these tiny little bits to kind of add throughout your pages. And then I knew I wanted to add some of that washi tape to this card as well, just a tad bit, just to add a little something to it. And so I like the way that it looks kind of layered underneath that way. And then I'm just adding some more tape to that. And I don't normally add glue to my photos. I normally use my tape runner because if you decide you want to change the placement, you can do that with the tape runner opposed to with the glue. Once it's there, you're basically stuck. And then I used my little tiny attacher to just add a gold staple just to give that a little extra something. I love adding gold staples, and I know a lot of people ask me where I get them, but I got them from a Project Life group a while ago, but I'm pretty sure a lot of places carry them. If I can find a place that carries them, I will link it in the description box for you guys since I get that question asked a lot. And then this is the add-on stamp for this month, which I loved and I wanted the minute I saw it when I first saw a sneak peek of it. So I thought it would look great just stamping that under that little mini vellum word sticker that also is from this month's kit. You get like really fun vellum alpha stickers, not alpha, but vellum tiny word stickers, and they're super cute. So, and then I just added a little camera embellishment just to finish it off because I thought it would look really cute. For this next card, I wanted to make it into a filler card. I thought it would just be fun to do that. This tag is from this month's kit, and I thought it was really cute and kind of simple, so I figured I could just do some layering effect to it. And I'm just adding some foam to kind of prop it up and make it stand out just a little bit more, because I feel like if I just laid it down in the card, it would kind of just all blend together. So that's one of the things that I like about adding foam tape, kind of just makes it stand out just a bit more. Then I had this scallop that I actually stamped ahead of time, but I wasn't originally planning on using it for this layout, but I thought it went really well. So, and that's actually from a Studio Calico stamp that I have in my stash, and I actually cut all those scallops by hand. That's dedication, my friends. And I'm just adding some foam to the side where it's going to hang off of the tag so that it's all level on there, and I'm just like playing with it. I kind of moved it around just a tiny bit because I was trying to make sure that I had the right placement of it when I was getting it on there. And I just think it's a really pretty color. I stamped it in the Emerald City, I believe it's called, and that's one of the Studio Calico inks. And then I just added a little vellum circle that I also punched out, and it's like more of a mint vellum color. And then I added one of the embellishments that also comes in this month's kit, and it says rain or shine, and I thought it was really cute. I love all the little umbrellas in this month's kit. It makes me think of like Mary Poppins. I don't know why, but it does because of her umbrella. And then I was adding a little felt heart on there as well because I just thought it would be really cute. And then I kind of decided last minute I wanted to add a reinforcement like little thing to this and then add some string going through it. So it was kind of a pain to take it off there and do that, but I just thought it would look really cute. So I kind of should have done that beforehand, but oh well, I was able to pull it up and kind of adjust it. So that's all that matters. And I thought it looked really cute just like that. You know, simple but really cute at the same time. So then I just moved on to this next card because I kind of wanted to leave that other photo card alone and plain since I have a decent amount of things going on throughout this layout. I had some more of those KI felt alphas, which I had in my stash for a long time, so I don't even know if they make these anymore. But I thought they would be perfect to add since I had some of those felts on my last layout that I did that goes with this layout, so I figured this would be a way to make it coordinate. And I just love those letters, and I just put yas. Which if you don't know, that's like saying yeah, but like yas. And I just love to put that whenever I get something that I really want and I'm really happy. That's like the thing. So I decided to put that there since it's next to that photo where I have the lights, and I've been wanting better lights for my craft area for a while, so I kind of thought it was perfect for that. And then I decided to kind of stamp something from the add-on stamp there with my Memento Ink Danube Blue Dewdrop that I have in my stash as well. And if you don't have Memento inks, then you need some in your life because they stamp awesome. And then I decided to add like a little happy face from the same sticker set that you also get from this month's Creative Retreat kit. And then I added a little enamel dot, as you can see, that one little random green one, just to be like, yas, period. And then I decided to add some washi tape, and normally I would have just left this card alone at this point, but because this washi tape is kind of on the simpler side, I decided it would just add a bit of gold without being too much, if that makes sense, because a lot of washi tapes with patterns would have like just been too much for this card, but I think that just a little bit of that just added a little hint of gold, and I really like the way that it looks, so I just did that, and then that card was finished. And then for this next card, normally I don't know what I'm doing with cards as a regular thing, but this card, like, I really had no idea because at first I was like, okay, what do I do? So I had this 3x4 card that I had printed out from some digitals that you can get to coordinate with your Creative Retreat kit if you want to have coordinating cards. And so I decided to cut that in half so that I could create kind of like an embellishment for this card that coordinated with the rest of the layout, and I thought it would just kind of create a cohesiveness by doing that. So I cut that out and I decided I wanted to put it on the top of the card, so I just decided to tape it down, and I did round the corners with my corner rounder. And I was kind of playing with the placement of it, but in the end I decided just to put it up there because if you guys remember the last layout I did, there was a 3x4 card that kind of had like a smaller version of this on the top of it, so I kind of wanted to do a 4x6 type version of it to kind of keep it all coordinating. And then that's the stamp from this month that comes with the Creative Retreat kit, and I'm just pulling out my Hero Arts Ombre inks, which I really love these inks, and I decided to stamp initially the little umbrella that comes in that kit, just in one of the colors basically, and see how I like that. Even though I ended up covering that up, I really did like the way that it looked. I just ended up changing my mind. I decided to use this kind of confetti looking like little shape stamp, and I knew it would be perfect with the ombre ink because I wanted the confetti to be different colors and not all one color. And I know I told you guys I'm going to do a review on that ink, and I promise that I will, but so far you can see that I'm really enjoying using it, and I know a lot of people think it's hard to use, but it's really easier than you think. And then I had that little umbrella that is also from this month's kit, and I thought it was super cute, and it just says all of the time, and I added a little pink puffy heart just to give it a little extra something something, and just to add some pink to this card since it's going to be like a lot of blues and yellows, so I just wanted to add a little bit more pink to it. And I did play with the idea of adding that heart, but in the end I really felt like I just didn't like the way that it looked. And then I also was playing with the idea of using this strip that comes in the kit every month. As you guys know, if you watch my videos, they have these little faux washi strips, as I call them, because you can use them as washi or as whatever you want in your kit, really. So I decided to kind of just put that at the bottom of this card to give it like a cohesiveness, since I had that yellow pattern going throughout my last layout. And then I also decided to staple the top of this just to give it a little extra something as well. Just, you know, making it more interesting to look at since the background is kind of plain, and I don't normally do just like white or off-white cards with plain background, so I really wanted to fill it up and give it something like aesthetically pleasing to look at. And then these little alphas that come in this month's kit, I decided to spell out the word plant, because basically this card has to do with me and my boyfriend going to Home Depot and getting stuff to start a vegetable garden. So I thought it would look cute. And I didn't do plants instead of plant because I just didn't want it to be like hanging off the edge, the S. So I decided just to leave it as plant, and I was alright with that. And I will be adding something more to that, as you will see. And then I just added these two photos to this as well. I ended up changing the placement that I originally thought, and I actually ended up adding some vellum to back those up, like some wonky squares that I just cut out myself because I just like the way that it looks. And then I also added that heart that was in my stash. I was like, yes, finally, your time has come as well. I've had that thing in there forever. I'm not even kidding you guys, like since I was living in Florida. And then that says start a garden, and I just wrote that in my own handwriting, and then I was going to add some journaling there, but my camera just cut off, so you guys don't see that, but I did just add the journaling, and I also added some enamel dots just to give it a little extra, a little bit more. I'm ridiculous when I do my voiceovers. This card is actually a card I had in my stash from an Ellie Studio grab bag that I got last year, I believe. And I thought this card would be perfect for this layout, and it just looked really nice, but I wanted to kind of cut out the tag partially so that I could tuck the photo underneath and the tag wouldn't get cut off by the photo. So that was like what I was doing, and I'm just using my Tim Holtz little tiny cutting tool, and then I'm using a glass mat just to make sure I don't leave any marks on my desk or my work surface or whatever. So, and I was just seeing how much more I had to cut of it so that I had enough room to kind of like have the picture exactly where I wanted it. And that's just a picture of my little puppy. And she loves to lay on couches on the top of them, so I'm always calling her my little pigeon or my parrot because she just like perches herself there. And if you're sitting on the couch while she does it, sometimes she'll just lean her head over your shoulder. It's like the most adorable thing ever. So yeah, I'm a very proud mama. And then I have this vellum blue circle that I cut in half, and I thought that it would look really cute on this, just to add like some more little embellishments without going too much, because since this has a very like bold pattern on it, I didn't want to do too much to this card, but I still didn't want to leave it too plain either. And I just stapled a little X going across it. And I just like the way that that looks, so maybe that's not everybody's thing, but I just like the way X's look on things in staples. And that Pretty Awesome is from this month's kit as well, and I cut it down because it was like obviously like an arrow pointing kind of thing, and I backed it with some paper I had in my stash that I've had like for a while now. And then I just decided to also add some more washi to this card because why not? And plus I just think it looks cute. This is like one of my favorite washis. I'm like so into thin washis right now, and I know everybody is pretty much, but I just realized like before I was cutting, I had to cut a lot of my thicker ones down because I would only want a certain like sized piece. So it's just nice to have that option now. I hope that a lot of companies continue to make them, and because I would love to just buy like all kinds, even though I have a ridiculous washi collection at this point. But yeah, I just added some journaling to that, and I just like the way that it looks, and I added a little bit of those enamel dots, and I can call it a day. I hope you guys like this video and enjoy my project life, and if you do, please give me a big thumbs up, and leave me a comment if you have time. I'd love to hear from you guys, or subscribe to my channel if you're not already. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget that I have the links for the kit this month in the links in the description box below, as well as links for any other products that you guys might see here that you'd want to try out or check out. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!